Two local teens are heading to Washington, D.C. to help save millions of Americans living with type 1 diabetes. Channel 8's Chanel McCarthy on the brothers who were chosen to help make a difference.
Two Lincoln brothers are headed to the Hill to fight for funding for type 1 diabetes. 15-year-old Aiden and 17-year-old Alex were chosen from more than 2,000 applicants across the country to be part of the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation's Children's Congress.
In Washington, we're going to be advocating for the Special Diabetes Program, which will fund diabetes research through the government. The government will fund diabetes research to help find a cure, to help prevent it, and then make life with diabetes more manageable.
Insulin right now is pretty expensive, so it's hard to reach for some people. So we're advocating for that as well.
Alex-Ourada was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes in May of 2017. Just 8 months later, his younger brother Aiden received his diagnosis. Today, they are traveling to join a delegation of children just like them, as well as celebrity advocates at the nation's capital. The Children's Congress will share testimonies during Senate in hopes to champion continued funding through the Special Diabetes Program. According to the nationwide Children's Hospital, type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune disease that causes the body's immune system to kill cells that produce insulin. Type 1 is typically caused by genetic predisposition. Experts say Caucasian Americans are at higher risk for the disease. Right now, there is no prevention for type 1. After diagnosis, people must take insulin every day in order to live. JDRF is the leading global organization that funds type 1 diabetes. Chris Dunn with the foundation says the insulin-act will likely be discussed in Senate. The bill proposes mandated pricing on insulin in order to make the life-supporting drug affordable and available for all people.
Insulin is life support for people living with type 1 diabetes. Literally, if you do not have it, there is a risk of death. So we have to make sure that insulin is affordable.
Dunn says her two children are also living with type 1. She says 3 months of supply can cost about $12,000, an expense that cannot be spared. The Ourada brothers say life with type 1 diabetes can be challenging, but should never get in the way of children reaching their dreams.
Do whatever you put your mind to, and diabetes is a little hurdle, but it's no problem.
Just don't let it hold you back. I mean, don't be afraid to tell your story. Don't be embarrassed about it. Be proud of it, and try to do what the most you can with it.
Reporting in Lincoln, Chanel McCarthy, Channel 8 News.